Hello, Australia. I'm Sarah Sands, hailing from Margaret River, Western Australia, and we're so excited to welcome you all here tonight. It's so amazing to see how many faces we have on the call. We are just blown away by the momentum behind this. So I'm going to keep this intro brief, but tonight we are launching an amazing new opportunity to link arms with our team and pioneer a new disruptive global health and wellness company launching into Australia. We have a special guest all the way from the US who will be giving us a little presentation, including an overview of the company, the industry, the products and more. And after that, we'll also have a Q&A session, question and answer session. So stick around and we'll have that as well. But before I do that, I also want to give a quick shout out to our Australian team on the call tonight. So you guys know who you are, if you can unmute yourselves quickly. We have an amazing community from East Coast to West Coast that share a passion. Oops, there we go, a bit of feedback. Yeah, a community that shares a passion for impacting people's lives with health and wellness and servant leadership. And they have invested into this company as founders because they also see incredible value and potential in the opportunity we have in our hands here. So big hello to Kirsty and James in Newcastle. You guys want to give us a hello? You're there? Not popping up. All right, moving on. Shay in Newcastle.
Hi.
Hey, there you are. Teresa in Northern New South Wales.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome. Our team in Queensland seem to be having tech difficulties too. Danae in Perth.
Hey everyone, so thrilled to be here with you all.
Hey, Shadia in Perth, can't see her video. And we've got Ashley and Brendan in Margaret River, Western Australia.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey guys,
Kevin and Amy. You guys there? Oh, well, you were there before. They've got pretty bad internet where they are.
Hi.
Hey guys. And yeah, my husband would be here with us too, but he is also putting the kids to sleep. So last but not least, I'll hand over to my good friend, business partner and co-founder, Helia Fairley, to say a few words as well.
Hey everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I just wanted to express how excited I am to be a part of this company as a founding member of Australia. So these products are Eastern philosophy meets Western science, using the ancient healing properties of traditional herbs, whole foods and superfoods combined with advanced delivery systems of liposomes and enzymes. So this is creating a game-changing product to increase both absorption and assimilation in the body. And this is exactly what we need with our busy, modern, stressful, toxic lives. Our systems are compromised and our soil and food is depleted. So we need support. And these products, they are what have first attracted me to this company. Its ethics, values, and the business opportunity had me feeling blessed to be a part of this revolution in Australia. So we are very excited to have our special guest, our business partner, Melissa Doody, all the way from the US. She was formerly a COO of a large company in Boston. She is now retired herself as a diamond leader in Vasayo. So glad to have her on the call as she's gotten up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning on a long weekend. She's a single mum with 3 kids who are still in bed, I believe. So thank you so much, Melissa, and thank you for sharing more about your journey and this opportunity we have here in Australia. Thanks, Melissa.
Good. Thank you so much for the intro. I hope I don't have too bad of an echo. I had to move into my bathroom, which is where I hide from my kids because they're not in bed. They're awake. So they're downstairs watching a movie and I'm here, you know, coming to all of you guys and just so grateful to be, part of this and to be invited onto this meeting because it is so exciting. And this company, guys, is very, very fast moving, and we have done had such an incredible first 2 years here in the US, and now the exciting part is that we're launching in all these other countries, Australia included, where you're right back to the beginning. So we over and over again, I feel like I'm bringing in all these new founders in different countries, and I love that we have technology like this that allows us to to come together like this at 7 p.m. for you and 7 a.m. for me on this Sunday here. So I am going to just introduce myself briefly, and then I'll go through kind of a PowerPoint presentation that will explain why network marketing. Because I know for me, when I first jumped into network marketing, my biggest thing was I was skeptical. I did not want to be part of a direct sales company. I had no background in sales, and I didn't know what to expect. And then I'll get into a little bit on the company, its leadership, the products, and how to get started. So just to introduce myself to you guys, I'm going to actually screen share really quick. Hold on. Figure out the technology first. There we go. Okay. And okay, so just to introduce myself, my name is Melissa Duty. I live in Boston with my 3 kids, and I've been in network marketing for about 3 years. So before that, I was actually a chief operations officer of a education company here in Boston. And hold on one second, I'm having an error message on my screen. 1 minute. Hold on. So far, so good. All right, so as I was saying before, just to introduce myself to you guys, and thank you, first of all, for all being here. I live in Boston, and I have 3 kids. I've been in network marketing for about 3 years, and before that, I was actually a special education teacher, and then I was a chief operations officer of a company here in Boston. And for me, I had all of the financial freedom. I was making a good income. I loved my job. I felt very, very fulfilled, but I didn't have that time freedom. I didn't have that time home with my kids, which is really what I wanted to do. And so for me, I stepped down from that position, and I, was home with my kids. I was a stay-at-home mom. And that's kind of how I found this whole area of network marketing. I actually initially was with a skincare company, and I did very well with them. I built a team. I loved, it's where I first kind of learned about this whole industry. And as I said before, I had been approached so many times by different companies, and it was never for me. I never thought that I would, jump into something like this. But at the end of the day, I had seen so many people do well in this that I knew, if I didn't give it a try, I would never know. And so I jumped in, I plugged in, I did well, I built my team. And again, I never, I don't really love change. I don't know about Australians, but most Americans don't really love change. And we get very comfortable kind of doing what we're doing. And I didn't, when I was with this company, I never thought I would leave this company again. But the problem was with me in this initial company is that I had the team, I had the title, but I didn't have the paycheck. And I needed that because I had gotten to the point where I was home with my kids that I needed to have another stream of income. And so, I came across Vasayo, as you guys said, it was about a year and a half ago. So January of 2018, we were just launching here in the US. We had only been launched for about a year at that point. So I came in as a founder as well, which was very exciting. And I got right to work. What appealed to me about this company, I'll kind of go through all these things, but really what appealed to me the most was the timing of the company, the fact that it was new to the market, that people hadn't heard of it. But I also loved the product line. I loved the fact that these were all natural, that we had something that set us apart through the liposome technology. I loved the leadership of the company. I loved the comp plan, the fact that it would pay me. And most of all, I loved the business school. I loved the fact that I was seeing people win, people that were new to network marketing, people that had done network marketing, leaders from other companies. Were plugging into this system, this real system, and they were doing well. So long story short, as Sarah said, I've been here for 16 months. I built a team of about 2,400 people all across the US and in many different countries, Australia, New Zealand, Japan. I think we have people in Thailand at this point, a lot in the US. And it's been very, very fulfilling. I've earned a couple of trips on the company and been able to completely replace my full-time income that I had before in corporate America. I'm home with my 3 kids. I'm a stay-at-home single mom. So it's been very, very fulfilling. And I love to share with other people about what my experience has been and what our company is all about. So I know some of you guys here tonight are coming just because you're curious and you want to learn a little bit more. Some of you are maybe looking at products. Some of you are looking at the business. Some of you might be like I was a year and a half ago when I started in network marketing with your arms crossed, thinking this is not for me, but I'm just being supportive of my friends. So I'm going to kind of talk through all different things, and then we'll have Q&A at the end. And I think we're still good on technology, so maybe it was the browser issue. Awesome. All right, and you guys can hear me okay? Cool. All right. So, and you can also, one thing I want to point out is there's a chat feature in Zoom. So you guys can, if you have questions as I'm going, I won't see you or hear you. So just put your question into the chat, and then at the end, we can answer those questions. So why don't we do that? All right. So I always start by asking people, what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for more time, more income? Are you looking for freedom? It's actually Memorial Day weekend here. So under this shirt, I have a shirt about freedom. Are you looking for less debt? Are you looking for better health? So no matter what it is that you're looking for, our company can help you solve one or all of those problems. And I always start by talking first about the framework of network marketing, because as I said before, that was my biggest hurdle, was figuring out how I was going to make money and have time freedom at the same time. But I didn't want to do it in network marketing because I didn't really understand this whole system. And one of the things that I love is that we talk about in our business school the work of Robert Kiyosaki. And for those of you that aren't familiar, he wrote the Rich Dad, Poor Dad books, Cash Flow Quadrant, which I'll talk about now, a book called Business of the 21st Century. So he's a business guy that really, really dives into network marketing because he sees that as one of the best ways to create wealth. And he's not actually in network marketing. He just talks about it as a form of income. So one of the things that he talks about is how people start out often with a plan A, in terms of, you go to school, you think about what you want to do when you grow up, and then you kind of, you go and you get a job. And so you start out as an employee in the employee quadrant, and your primary goal there in that employee quadrant is security, not necessarily freedom. So you want your paycheck to arrive every Friday, no matter what, right? You need that financial security. You work 40 to 60 hours a week, you retire with a third of your income if you're lucky, and you are taxed at the highest level. Okay, so at least here in the US. So that's an employee. You're going to get your paycheck all the time. You have maybe the financial freedom like I did, but you don't necessarily have the time freedom. You have to request days off and sick time and all of those things. So many people who are in that employee quadrant decide, I'm gonna open a small business. I'm gonna try my hand at that. And so they decide they want to be their own boss. Their primary goal is freedom, not necessarily security. The problem with small business ownership is that a lot of times you have a very high startup cost. You have credit loans, bank loans, personal guarantees, employees, all of those kind of headaches of small business ownership. And a lot of times the biggest issue is that you are the system in that situation. So if you're not there working, then your business is not earning income. Okay. So very, very hard a lot of times for small business owners to take time off. So that's where network marketing comes in as a plan B. And many people do this in addition to their full-time work. I'd say at least half, if not much more, of my team works full-time. And they earn an additional stream of passive income through network marketing. So it's a low overhead, low initial investment. So you don't have the brick and mortar, you don't have the employees, you don't have to worry about shipping or manufacturing or advertising. You don't need to put in a ton of time. I think the biggest thing that people think, and I thought, is that you have to put in full-time hours to make full-time pay. Well, in this system, you don't. And I'll kind of talk a little bit about why. We always say it's a 3 to 5 year plan to generate a 6-figure income. For me, I was able to build that income in 6 months. But keep in mind, I had been with another company for 1.5 years before. And all you do is you follow our system, you plug into our business school, and we teach you how. Let's see here. There you go. So what if we showed you a way to start your own business that was like a franchise, minimal startup costs, very low overhead, no bank loans, no mortgage or rent, no employees, no franchise fees. And I always talk about, I know you guys have franchises over there too. I'm not sure if, I should have asked what your biggest franchise is, but here I always talk about Starbucks. You guys have Starbucks, right?
Yeah, it's not as big. Maybe you could use McDonald's or something like that. As
McDonald's, all right. I hate to use McDonald's in a health and wellness presentation.
I know.
No.
But it's, you know, it's a good contrast.
Yeah, right? Like everyone knows McDonald's. So just like I always compare what we do to a franchise because it's an invisible franchise system. Because a franchise, if you think of it like McDonald's, they have their brand. That's McDonald's. Everybody knows it. Everybody's heard of it. You can smell it, see it. Everything looks the same, right? And then they have their products, their food, and then they have their systems. And their systems make it so that they can duplicate to all different McDonald's locations. And like I said, when you walk in, everything looks the same. Their systems are the same. It's just a system of duplication. And here in network marketing, it's the same exact thing, except for instead of duplicating into brick and mortar stores, you're duplicating to people. Okay. So instead of opening different stores where we're selling our products, we're just talking to people and duplicating that. And so that's how, for me, you know, I have, like I said, a team of 2,400 people roughly. Well, it started out with 2 people, and then those 2 people found 2, and those 2 people found 2, and so on and so forth. Now, I've only brought in 30 people personally into this business, but those 30 people have each built their teams. And I'll kind of talk a little bit about how that works and how you actually earn money off of it. But it is a franchise system. It's just another franchise system. Ours is just considered an invisible franchise because we do it all from our phones and computers. So the nice thing about partnering with our company in particular and, you know, deciding to make the jump into network marketing is you get to be part of the next major disruption. So I know you guys have some of these, you know, many of these companies there, but I always talk about disruption in terms of it's something that is going to disrupt the marketplace. Okay, so Airbnb came in and did that. They disrupted hospitality by being the #1 provider of overnight accommodation with no hotels. Uber and Lyft disrupted transportation by providing transportation through a phone, through an app. Virtually wiping out taxis in a lot of places. Amazon disrupted retail by being the #1 provider of goods, retail provider with no stores. And Vasayo is disrupting health and wellness with our liposome technology, which I'll talk about, but also disrupting the way people shop. And this really is the way of the 21st century. People are not, I mean, I'm ordering my groceries. I was just telling Sarah, I order my groceries on an app. They get delivered every single week. I order all of anything I need in my house, I order from Amazon, it gets delivered. And the same thing is true with us. You order your supplements online, they get shipped from our global distribution center and straight to your customers' doorsteps. So when I talked about kind of what appealed to me about Vasayo, and I apologize guys, I'm a fast talker here in the Northeast, but when I talked about, you know, what appealed to me about Vasayo, I always say, you know, the stars just kind of aligned. I came across this opportunity that I just couldn't walk away from. And the things that appealed were, again, the leadership, the disruptive products and science, the fact that we had the right timing, a great rewards plan, and then a worthwhile cause. And so I'll dive a little bit deeper into each of those for you guys. So here we have our founders. In the middle is Dallin and Carrie Larson. They are, Dallin is our CEO. And what I love about our leadership is that we have leaders that have done this before. They have a very strong resume and track record. Dallin has been in network marketing for over 30 years at this point, and he has successfully, you know, he's launched and been part of $2 billion brands in the past. And so success leaves clues, and I believe that wholeheartedly. He's created great systems. To the left is actually Dan Zhu. He would be your local leader there. He's our co-founder and Asian Pacific president. And then on the right, you have Daniel Piku, who's here with us in North America. So, you know, what I love about these guys too is that Dallin was actually awarded the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year award. And that is something that has only gone to the CEO of Amazon and Google and Starbucks. So no one one in network marketing or direct sales has ever been given that award except for our CEO and founder. So he's a very well-known business person. He's a billionaire, but you know, he's the most down-to-earth person that I've really ever met. He leads with so much heart, has such vision, and really sets us up to succeed here. Okay. So I know we started to get into in the beginning a little bit about our products, and I will dive deeper into that. I will also say that this part will probably go fast, and if you do have questions about the products, again, we can send you a more in-depth video. I have like a 30-minute video that really breaks down every single product, and we can send that to you. We can send you product sheets on every single product, and you know, answer any questions that you might have about them. But just to kind of go back to the framework of what makes us disruptive, because when you partner with a company, you want it to do something different than what's being done out there. And I know for me, when I thought about supplements in particular, I thought, well, you know, I can get those anywhere, right? And my doctor always told me not to take supplements because they don't absorb. And so how is this disruptive? How is this different? Well, I'll tell you. So number one, there's a problem that exists out there, and that is lack of nutrition from food. So our soil is so overfarmed, so depleted that a bowl of spinach today is not the same nutritionally as a bowl of spinach 30 years ago. And then you have the other problem that people have all these nutritional gaps, either because they're not eating the right food, or even if they are eating the right food, it's not filling their gaps appropriately. The other problem is that most supplements don't absorb effectively. They literally flush through your body, and it's just very expensive pee. So, and that's why most doctors will say, don't take supplements, you need to eat. You know, you need to eat that. But like I said, a lot of times you're not getting what you need. And so what we do is we solve that problem through liposome technology, okay? And liposome technology, liposomes, on the left there, you see this liposome bubble, right? And I'm not a scientist here, but I'll break this down for you because we get very good training on this. So liposomes have actually been around since the 1960s. We did not create the technology. It was created by a pharmaceutical company to deliver cancer medication, because cancer medication is toxic to your body. Your body wants to reject it. And so what they did was they enclosed it in this fat bubble, because your body loves food. It loves fat. It will absorb that, and it will absorb anything that's in that too. So that's kind of the basic way to break that down. And what we did is, when the patent came up for that in 2015, we applied that to our supplements. All right, so that's liposome technology. So these are our products here. So we're increasing the absorption, like I said, anywhere. Most supplements absorb between, you know, maybe 5 to 15%. Most of our products will absorb at about an 80 to 90% absorption rate, and with some variation, of course. So we have 10 products at this point. There are 8 in Australia. I will talk a little bit about the future of CBD, but right now you guys have 8 products. What really sets these apart is that they are all natural. There's nothing artificial. They're gluten-free. So, you know, we stay away from the big allergens. They all have that increased absorption. They're non-GMO, and they really are mostly from whole food, plant-based ingredients. So there are 2 products that use animal products. The Core Complete has omega from salmon, and then the Eternal, the collagen, is also from fish. But outside of that, they're just whole food, plant-based ingredients. So to go over them really quickly, we in the US have CBD, and I know there's a lot of buzz in Australia about CBD right now. Unfortunately, it's not there yet, but I do think it will be. And when it's there, I can tell you, first of all, that, you know, I was able to build a 6-figure income and very large business without CBD. So you might be thinking, oh man, I wish we had CBD, or I would love to partner with this company if only they had CBD. I built actually with 5 products. We did not have Eternal. We didn't have these, you know, we didn't have some of these products. We didn't have Detox, and we did not have CBD up until 6 months ago. So I do think that this will come about for you guys eventually. But in a lot of our other places, we have to wait on the government for that, unfortunately. But as you guys probably know, CBD is a great product because it covers things like mood and anxiety and sleep and pain. And so, you know, and it's something that's been very, very highly researched and talked about in mainstream media, social media. So once CBD came into my business, what was already built became even better. So we also have these other products that I love to kind of point out all fall into separate billion-dollar categories. Okay, so you have Eternal, which is our anti-aging product. That's actually anti-aging from the inside. So everyone always asks me, oh, do you like squirt that and put it on your face? Nope. You open it up and you squirt it into your mouth and you swallow it. It has collagen, glutathione, CoQ10. It's for cell repair. Everyone's always asking me, you know, what do you do for your skin? I do use good skincare, but nothing compared to the results were nothing compared to what I've gotten with Eternal. We also have Renew, which is for pain and inflammation. It's our all-natural anti-inflammatory with curcumin and resveratrol. Again, it's great for pain, muscle recovery. Anyone who has back problems, migraines, rheumatoid arthritis, it's an awesome product. That's our actually #1 product. I think CBD is probably going to come in and, you know, swoop up that place pretty soon here, but right now Renew is our #1. Very interesting products, carried in a lot of gyms and PT, you know, physical therapy offices, chiropractors. They love Renew. Sleep is pretty self-explanatory. That's our sleep product. So it's got melatonin, B vitamins, GABA. Yours is formulated a little bit differently. I forgot. Melatonin is different in Australia. So yours ingredients are slightly different, but it does the same thing. It helps you stay asleep. You fall asleep faster. You don't wake up groggy in the morning. I'm a former Ambien user, and which is a sleep aid, and I have not had to take anything. I've always struggled with insomnia. This product gets me to sleep, and I stay asleep. But I can also get up for my kids if they need to in the middle of the night, so it doesn't knock you out. We also have Neuro, which is for brain health. We have Vtox, which is our detox. So it detoxes your 5 elimination organs with no nasty side effects. Very gentle, helps with bloating and just feeling more energetic and just, you know, you're getting rid of those toxins, environmental toxins and heavy metals. We have V-Slim, which is weight management. I actually lost 28 pounds on V-Slim. It's not a meal replacement. It has no stimulants in it. It has nothing funky or artificial. It's just, again, a plant-based, you put it into water and you drink it, and it curbs your appetite, boosts your metabolism. It targets belly fat, so it's a great product. And then we have V3, which is our energy, hydration, and mood, and Core Complete. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah, do you guys have V-Slim and V3 yet, or do you just have the 5 core products?
No, we have all the products. We actually have an additional product.
Oh, you'll have to cover that one.
It's similar to the V3. It's just slightly, it's compounded slightly differently and has a less sweet flavor, and it's in a gel form that you.
Oh, is that the energy?
Yes, energy. Yeah, sorry, didn't mention.
Okay, so we used to have energy as well, and it does work. It does work very similarly to the V3. It's just you take it different. So instead of putting it into water, Americans are we like things that taste very sweet. So the energy didn't go well here. So, but it is. I loved it. I really did love it. And I will say, you know, some of these like the Renew, which is a pump again that you pump into your mouth. It has a very strong ginger flavor, but I always tell people, listen, it's not, who cares what it tastes like, because it works. And everything, you know, the CBD tastes great, the Eternal tastes great. I love the sleep. I've gotten very used to the Renew. So these are all really, really great products that, you know, help people with real issues. So if anyone is watching that's taking the products, I always ask people to just put in the chat, you know, a testimonial that you may have with one or multiple of these products so that people can kind of see how they work. Okay. So the other thing that I always talk about that really appealed to me was the timing of this company, and not just in terms of it being new, but the timing in health and wellness. So Paul Zane Pilsner wrote a book called The Wellness Revolution, and in there he talks about how the wellness industry will be outperforming the healthcare industry in the next few years here, and that the greatest opportunities are in distribution of these wellness products. And so, you know, the big thing here in the US is that we have this large group of baby boomers who, you know, these are people that are in their 50s and 60s. It's our largest part of our population here, at least. And, you know, they want to get off of their prescription medications. They want to get into things that are more natural. And if you look around the world right now, everywhere, people are looking to take care of their bodies, and they're looking to do it without drugs. So not only that, but then as I talked about before, network marketing has become something that's much more commonplace. These kinds of companies have changed significantly over the years because of our technology, because of our phones, because of this social commerce that's happening now. And then again, with CBD at least, good timing in terms of that being something that people are looking at more in this whole cannabis market that's growing very rapidly. So we also have timing in terms of, us being newly launched. So as I said before, we launched here in the US of May of 2017, and then we've launched and pre-launched in 12 other countries, including Australia, since then. Australia is still considered in pre-launch, so you guys have not had your grand opening yet. That is coming, and I'm telling you, that is the time to get in, because you can come in as a founder, you get extra profit sharing, which I'll talk about when I break down how you get paid, and you get to be first to the market, okay, before we hit that momentum, okay, so you have that ability to have that first mover's advantage. All right, so in terms of how we get paid, I'm not going to talk about every single one of these because we have 8 ways of getting paid. I always point out that 8 ways are better than 1, which is what I was used to when I was a teacher and when I was a COO. But we have 8 ways of getting paid, and the 3 main categories there. So 1 and 2 that are listed there, those are product. Those are product commission. That's very straightforward. You share product and you get paid on that product. Okay, you get paid commission on that product. The second 2 ways, 3 and 4 there, that's your team commission, okay? And so the way I break that one down is you come in and you start to build your team. You build your 2 people, they build their 2 people, and so on and so forth until you have a team of however many people. Let's say you've got a team of 2,000. You're going to earn a percentage, and I'll break down how that works, on that team's performance. So you don't get paid hourly, you get paid commission, okay, on how your team is doing. And then the other ways are rewards and bonuses. So we have trips, great trips through the company. When you hit, even our lower ranks, our lower leadership ranks, you start to earn trips all the way up to the highest ones where we go to Hawaii and Greece and, all kinds of things. I think your gold trip, Sarah, where is your gold trip to? Because ours, I know, is the Bahamas, but I think yours is different.
I think ours is to Germany, actually.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I think it might, it might be changing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and that's the 5th rank up out of 18 ranks. And so it's not a, we coach people to get to gold in 3 months. Some people hit it faster. Some people, it takes a little bit longer, but at gold, the other thing that I always point out is that that's when you start to unlock profit sharing. And everybody has access to, our global profit sharing. You get 3% of the global sales. Okay. So they take that 3% and then they break it down amongst all the golds and above. When you come in as a founder, you're actually getting an additional 2% on top of that. And so that can pay out very significantly. My profit sharing is anywhere from like $400 to $700 a week. And that's just one of my 8 ways of getting paid. Of course, I took advantage of the founder spot as well. And so my profit sharing is a little bit more significant. But you guys have that opportunity too. We don't have that in the US anymore. So in terms of team commissions, I always like to kind of break this down because I think that that's where most people are confused sometimes is, well, how do I get paid on my team? Well, this works out. It's very simple. So basically, as I said, you sign your first 2 people, you're building a left team and you're building a right team. Okay. And that starts with 2. You build those 2 teams, they start to build those 2 teams every time someone orders product, every time they have a customer that comes in, every time someone enrolls in the business. That's volume in your business, building up on your left side and building up on your right side, okay? And all that volume, it's just called points, okay? All the volume is counted in points, and you're going to earn a portion of that volume, okay? So obviously, the bigger your team, the more you're earning. Now, one common misconception in network marketing is that you can't out earn the person above you, and this person at the very top of the pyramid is the one who makes all the money. Now, listen, I've been in other pyramids before, right? I was a chief operations officer of a large company here in Boston. In that pyramid, I was at the top, and so I was making a good amount of money, right? But no one below me, none of the managers, none of the coordinators, none of the employees below me could out earn me or outrank me because I was there at that top, right? Now, in our business, business and our pyramid, everybody has the chance to do that, because it doesn't matter. You have to build your own team. And when you're building your team, you have a left side and a right side. So even if that person sitting at the top has a very, very large team on the right, where the gentleman is building, if she doesn't have a large team on the left, that gentleman has the opportunity to outrank her and out-earn her. And that happens all the time. I came in a full year after, you know, thousands of people in my company, and I out-earned and outranked all of them. So we teach you how to do that. But it really is, to me, the most fair system of doing business that I've found out there. So the other way that we get paid is through something called check match. I love this just because it allows me to support people. And basically the way to break it down is that I get paid when you get paid. And so let's say I enroll John in my first generation. John gets paid on a Friday. The company is going to match his check to me at 20%. And so to give you real numbers, he gets you know, a check for $1,000 on a Friday. I'm going to get $200 in my paycheck. He's still going to get his 1,000. I'm going to get 200. On, let's say John enrolls someone, I will get 10% matched on their check. 3rd through 7th generation, you get 5%. So that's, it's, again, it goes back to that commission model where you're not getting paid hourly to do this, but when you are incentivized to teach people how to make money. And so what that translates into is a lot of support from the people above you, because we are invested, okay? We make money when you make money, all right? So that's kind of the money part of it. And I think a lot of people have questions about how that all works. So again, I have a whole short video, 10-minute video that breaks it down really visually that I can send you after, or whoever invited you here tonight can send you after. But for us, it truly is not all about the money. My goal when I got into this wasn't, believe it or not, you know, to make a ton of money. But I'll be honest, my goal was all the things that I could do with that money. So that's, you know, that's it. And for me, that's been vacations. It's been time with my kids. It's been not having to go back to a traditional 9 to 5, which is really an 8 to 6, you know, and it was all the philanthropic things I've been able to do, the donations. And for our company, when you partner with Vasayo, you're partnering with Hearts and Hands for Humanity. That organization, we donate a lot of money to. The founders of this company donate a significant amount of money and our proceeds to that. But basically what we're doing there is we are drilling wells in Tanzania. We have over 40 wells at this point, and counting. And that provides clean drinking water to children and families in Africa. So in terms of how you get started, the kits here, I'll show CBD because these are our US kits, but we can, you know, the person who invited you here tonight can just send you a picture of the Australian enrollment kits, and it'll have the founders kit on there as well. But basically you enroll. Is it $1 enrollment still there, Sarah?
No, it's free actually.
Oh, it's free. Okay, so here in the US, we pay $50, but there you enroll for free, actually. You just pick out your business kit with your product, and I'll talk about what that enrollment gets you. That free enrollment, that gets you your website for the year. And all of our products, as I said, are ordered, shipped, delivered, all from the website. So you don't have to worry about any of that. You get your back office, you get everything in there that you need to get your customers and to get your brand partners, and you don't have to pay a monthly fee for that, which is different than a lot of companies out there. You guys don't even have to pay $50 for that. It's free. So you get that. And then from there, you pick out a product package. I love the builder packs because they, you know, and I always tell people it depends on what your goals are here and what you're hoping to get out of it. So if you are just looking to get on some product, then we have smaller product packages that can allow you to do that. If you think, you know what, I'd like to build this system. I'd like to build a significant income. I'd like to build, you know, a second stream of income, or even, you know, income that could take over the income that I'm making now, then, you know, then you enroll in a builder pack, because then you will have enough product to use yourself. You'll have enough product to sample to people. And, you know, and that will be a pack that will allow you to do that. We also have, as I said, the extra 2% global profit sharing that you get to take part of by enrolling in one of those founders packs. So we can send those to you guys. I think probably there's maybe a post up on the page that has those. If not, then we'll you know, be sure to put that up. And then what happens is your product arrives to you. And then you start, while you're waiting for your product to arrive, you start learning how to do the business. And I'll talk a little bit about that support here in a second to close us out. So just to kind of go back to the business model and system, your role is, Vasayo's role, actually, to start with the company, is we pay people to promote our products and to promote the opportunity. Okay, so Vasayo, the company, they take care of manufacturing the product. They take care of taking the orders, shipping the product, handling customer service, paying out those commissions, and really handling all the headaches. You, in turn, you are in charge of three very simple things. You use the product, so you're going to get into the best health that you've been in. I know I have for sure. You're going to merchandise a small amount, so you'll have some customers. You will sample products to people, and then you're going to show others how to do the same by plugging them into our system and our business school. And so I always talk about how, Vasayo is the vehicle to that. We give you this great vehicle that has that 5-star opportunity of timing, leadership, products, a comp plan that, by the way, pays out 60 to 72% to its brand partners in an industry that typically pays out anywhere between 30 and 35%. So a very strong comp plan. But what you need in network marketing is for someone to teach you how to drive that vehicle, someone to teach you how to do it. And I think so many of these companies, where I was really turned off is I would see people come in and not succeed. I would see them get really excited in the first few weeks, but then it would fizzle. And that's very common because most companies don't have that system of ongoing development. And that's what I love about us in particular. So when you partner with Vasayo and when you partner with any one of these people here on this call tonight, you're also partnering with Overcomation, and that is our team. That's our business school. We have 50 years of combined experience. Our business school is led by our diamond leaders, which include myself, Kimberly Bacher, and then it was founded by Rick Gutman, who has been in this industry in network marketing for 15 years. He actually just hit the rank of Black Diamond, which, guys, I know these ranks don't really, mean a whole lot when you just see them, but, Black Diamond pays out, believe it or not, anywhere between like $50,000 to $80,000 per month. Okay, so $50,000 to $80,000 per month. Rick just hit his first million in Vasayo after only 2 years in this company. So very, very significant. He just hit that rank, and he's been in network marketing for quite a long time, 15 years, as I said. He also studied under Robert Kiyosaki, so he knows business. He owned a tile company, a construction company. He was in gemstones. I mean, he just has the most interesting story, and he pours into us and teaches us 3 nights a week on our business school page, which, again, you can catch those live. They're at 8 p.m. Eastern, so 8 a.m. your time, depending on where you are in Australia, but you can always watch those on a replay, because 8 p.m. Eastern for me is when I'm putting my kids to bed, so I usually watch it the next morning. All right, so we also have so many tools that are available to you through our app, our back office. There's training. I mean, we really do teach you how to do this, and then we don't just leave you to do it, we support you along the way. All right, so I hope that I get to be the first to welcome you here to the team. I know we have some time here built in for question and answer, and what I can tell you is that everyone who is really pioneering our Australian team, they're amazing. These are really, really strong leaders. They're already, helping us make changes in the company to help you guys be more successful, which I love. They're go-getters, which you guys know. And this is definitely going to happen with or without you. So I hope it happens with you, because we have a lot of fun. We really do. We have very big hearts, and we just, for me personally, I can tell you that my life has changed so much in this past year with this. And I'm very passionate about sharing it with others. So I'm going to just take some Q&A, and we can kind of, I'll let you guys jump in too on some of these, because there might be some things I don't know how to answer. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa, for that. We really appreciate your time and giving us that presentation. So Q&A, guys, there's a little chat feature if you want to type any questions in there. Otherwise, you can unmute yourself and ask them. But for those of you guys who are going to head off before Q&A, just wanted to say thanks so much for taking the time out of your evening to come and join us for this special launch event. If you are open to learning more and can see an opportunity for yourself here, please reach out to the person that shared this event with you.